Hello, Choral Festival. Andrew here. How are you? I have a little bit of a surprise for you. I had some spare time and I came up with a new design for the Cork International Choral Festival website. And not only that, I also was able to improve a lot of the administration aspects of the website, content management. I've also improved performance of the website and accessibility for a lot of your users who are using screen readers and so forth. So there's a lot to go through. I hope you bear with me for a few minutes while I explain them to you. I'm going to try to keep it as short as I can. Anyway, I think this is exciting. Hopefully you'll like it too. I'm going to jump straight in and you can tell me what you think later. So the new landing page is, again, based on your existing information and on your existing website with a new layout style. And we're going to try to keep things clean and simple, but get the information across in a very good way, in an effective way. So on the landing page, we do have your pop-up video here. We've also got some links to international applications. All of this can be customized, the background images and the colors. A lot of this stuff is placeholder. Please keep that in mind. We have links to your About Us page and your tickets. And then introducing the event, very basic information introduction. We have international choirs, national choirs tabbed section here. Moving straight down into the next section, which is your blog post. The three latest blog posts will appear here for your news articles. If you are adding new reviews to your site, those reviews will appear in this scrolling reviews section, just adding some social proof to your site. Okay, so just using the reviews that you have. And then going down, we have the festival dates, the logo, and the festival countdown. Again, this is being pulled from directly from your site settings inside your WordPress administration dashboard. And then we have a cool new section here with the events, venues, and choirs. These are linked panels. So one for events, one for venues, and one for choirs. It's going to automatically pull the number that you have loaded into your website in the WordPress dashboard. So if you have 61 venues activated, that number will appear here. And as you change that, those numbers automatically update. Finally, we have your sponsors and partners section, which again, all these logos are linked. You already are administrating that. Nothing's changed in that regard. And then we finally have this beautiful new footer with your logo, with your social links, with your newsletter sign up, and a lot of the most common links on your site. Again, all this stuff can be customized. And that's the landing page. There's more information here than you have currently. On your existing landing page, you have the header section, you have a countdown, you have some news articles, you have your sponsors, and that's it. So we're actually giving the user a better idea of what this event is actually about. Again, we have these introduction sections here, which are going to introduce your event, I think, in a much more effective way. Okay, that's the landing page. Let's move on to some of the other cool features of this site. On your existing website, you have a couple of drop-down menus. First of all, the festival menu drop-down is a really, really big drop-down menu with lots and lots of sublinks on it. Okay, everything's broken down into these categories. It's a little bit scattered, a little bit hard to find what you're going for. It works okay. It's done great until now. Let me show you the new navigation menu, which is much cleaner and much more effective. Okay, festival drop-down. We've got a lovely categorized sections of links going from top to bottom with the program, participation, national participation, and general links. We even have a sidebar for the international visitors or the national visitors even. They can view all those links directly here in the sidebar. And the About Us dropdown I made into a mega menu as well, because why not? We've got 6 standard links there. And then we also have a section here for the blog posts, which will automatically update as you add new blog posts. They get logged in there. So really clean, really snappy, lovely desktop menu with the links presented in a very nice, logical way. Now take a look at the mobile navigation menus. We're going to compare the two sites. On the new mobile navigation menu, when you open it up, it's full screen. You're presented with the top level menu links. If I want to go into any of these, it just opens up a brand new panel, slides in, lovely and clean. I've got all my links presented from top to bottom. If I want to go back out, I've got a back button to do it. I can go into the About. Again, all the links are presented so clearly with their category headers, and everything that just looks perfect. I even have my blog post at the bottom, exactly how it is on the desktop. It's just presented in a very clear format. It just works so well. And you have your logo and your tickets button. Everything's presented in such a clear way. Really important for mobile users. Most users now are visiting sites on mobile devices. It's really important to have a good mobile nav. On your existing site, the mobile nav is perfectly functional. You have more of an accordion style. Some of these links are links that they don't appear to be links, but they are, like international participation is a link. That probably should be more obvious. So even though your current navigation menu for mobiles is functional, there are a lot of improvements that could be made to it. And honestly, you should be replacing it with a much better mobile navigation system, especially for your site where you have so many links, you have so many pages, you have so much content on your site. You really want your mobile users to be able to find that content effectively and easily. And I think this new mobile nav really accomplishes that task perfectly. Okay, I want to hopefully quickly show you some of the admin upgrades I've made to the site. The idea behind this is that I want to make the site much more administrator friendly. You want to be able to edit the pages on the site. Your admins need to edit the content, and then just get out of there, right? Add the links in, add the text, add the images, whatever, and then bail out and save that page, because you don't want to be messing with styling. You don't want to be adding rows and content blocks and sections and links and headers and overlay colors. Forget about all that stuff. The admin should literally just be using the system like a content management system, which is what it's supposed to be. Okay, so first of all, I want to give you some styling options for that. The first thing is the header layout style. I've added this new option to every single page on your website. It's automatic. When you create a new page, you'll see this in the page options. So the header layout style gives you 4 options: image below, image right, no image, and background image. And what those look like on the site, if you save them, you've got image below, image to the right, no image, and background image. Okay? And so for every page on your site, you can just select one of the header styles that you think suits this page the best, save it, and off you go. Okay, so that's the header style. That's the first thing. Now, another great feature of this is that you're going to have automatic spacing in your block editor elements, and you're also going to have automatic styling of your block editor elements. So all you need to do when you're editing a page from now on is just simply add those elements onto the page: paragraph elements, buttons, accordions, whatever they are, images, and on the front end of the site, you'll automatically have the correct spacing between those elements. You don't need to add spacers any time ever again. And the problem with adding spacers was that you can get the spacing a little bit, all the spacing wasn't exactly perfect, and what you end up with is a site that looks okay, but it'll never look great because the spacing is a little bit all over the place. And that's fine. Look, that's how most sites are. But on this site, all the spacing is done mathematically with a formula, and you don't have to add spacing, and it just looks great. So that's a pretty good feature. The second thing is the automatic styling. So you'll notice, for example, the button on this page, on this block editor page, has the website styling of the button. It's the same styling that the other buttons have. There's one, and there's one. And you don't need to do anything to make that happen. That's automatically going to be the correct styling. So you just add a button to the page, add your link, save the page, and the button will automatically have your site styling. Now, carrying on from the similar theme to the automatic spacing and the automatic styling is that now on a few pages of your site, for example, like the Festival Archive, these sites will be automatically styled for you as well. But even more than that, they'll be automatically laid out. There's no more layouts that you need to make, because the layout will be already done for you. On your existing site, you need to create the layout. You see you've got spacer elements in here. We've got a container element with all your little containers inside. Each one of these, if you, every year when you want to create a new Festival Archive link, you have to create a new one of these little containers. You have to add the button in, you have to duplicate the heading, and you have to add the button, all this kind of stuff. Check the styling, add the background element. All that has to be done by the admin. Now, in the new site, here we have a Festival Archive page with 2 different styles of archive links. Instead of creating the layout in the block editor, you can see that in the block editor now all I have is a paragraph element, and then we have basically on this page only, we have the Festival Archives table. And so all you need to do every single year, or if you want to edit one of the previous years, you just simply add a row, right? And you add in the year 2025 and the date and the background image. You select it from your media library, or you upload a new image, whatever you like. Right? And then you put your link in. Now when you save that page, it's going to add that new archive link to this page, and the layout's done for you. You don't need to do anything more. And so this layout's automatically created. It's going to be stable. You don't have to worry about, again, things breaking like third-party packages. Cadence Blocks has decided to, change some part of their plugin, and now all of a sudden your header, your font size has changed. Yeah, that's terrible. We don't want that anymore. So we're going to eliminate Cadence Blocks, and we're going to use a pre-built layout style that's going to automatically do what it's supposed to do, and you don't have to worry about that anymore. I just made two styles for this page. I could make more. This one has these sort of cards, and then this one has a different type of card, which may be a bit more clear. I don't know, either way. So there's two styles basically that we can pick from for this page. But the Festival Archive page, you don't need to do layouts anymore. Layout is done for you. Now the festival recordings page, same deal, right? Instead of editing this page like you are currently, like right now, you have to go in here to the festival recordings page. You have to go into this grid. You have to check out these heading elements. Maybe duplicate one of these containers. You have to add in a spacer. Look, there's another spacer. You have to add the correct EDD buy button in there and select the product. You basically have to design this page. Okay, currently an administrator, someone in your company is going to have to maintain this page, and that means that if Cadence Blocks updates their package next month, and the font sizes get weird, someone's got to go in and check that and fix it up, right? Now with the current system, this page is done for you, and all you need to do is manage the downloads that are available in the Easy Digital Downloads manager, which is here. You've got the one small change is that you have your downloads categorized, so you'll see that all of these downloads are categorized with 2024, and what that means is that on the front in this section called 2024, you'll have these products available in that section. And likewise for 2023, you have those products available in the 2023 section. And guess what? If I add a new category in here called 2025 and I start adding recordings into it, it's going to create a new section at the top of this page called 2025, and it's going to start adding those products into that section automatically. And you don't need to manage this page anymore, because all you're doing is managing your downloads available in the Easy Digital Downloads module, and that's it. Everything else is done for you. And as well as that, there's a fantastic, nice, clean checkout page, which now has all the exact same styling as all the other parts of your website. The button is going to look exactly the same. All of your form elements work exactly as all the other form elements on all the rest of your site. So everything has that nice cohesive, everything is tied together, and everything looks the same. Essentially, we're creating a nice cohesive design system for your website. Another admin upgrade, which is very similar to the downloads, is the photo galleries. We were already creating galleries in the Enviro Gallery module of the WordPress admin. There's the 2022 gallery and the 2023 gallery. And we were doing it previously was we were adding those galleries with a short code or with some code to a newly created page. Again, you have to manage that page on the WordPress editor, and then adding the gallery in there, and that's where the gallery lives. But now, instead of that system, we're just going to use the built-in Enviro gallery. So each gallery actually has its own URL by default, and we can just open that URL and you get the gallery on its page. Now this is kind of stripped down. We may want to actually add in an option to add some content in here for your photographer credits or anything you want to say about the page. So we can add in a little bit of content here. But essentially the photo gallery just opens on its own page, and you don't need to create a page for it because it has its own page. And so that's another stripped down, streamlined admin feature that's been added to the site for your galleries. Another admin feature that I've added is in the site settings in the dashboard. You can go to a new tab called Other Settings, where you'll see 3 options for the holding pages for the site. This is something that every single year we have to basically change the website template to put up a holding page while you guys are adding in your new choirs and your new events and your new venues. And we put holding pages up, and then you email me back and you say, take the holding page off. Well, now we just have simple toggles in the site settings, and when we toggle those and save, it actually changes on the front end of on the website. So here's your festival events page on the new site with the events listed from top to bottom. And now if we go in here and we select the events holding page and turn that on and update the settings, and we refresh here on the front end, we have a coming soon page with a newsletter sign up or whatever we want to put here. We can design this holding page to suit you, but essentially no more sending emails. It's just simply done in the site settings. All right, so not only is the website more appealing and more user-friendly for your visitors, it's also easier to manage for your admins, but we also have a better performing website across the board. You can see the comparison I ran between your existing site and the redesigned site here on the right-hand side, and we have significant improvements in all categories. I just want to touch finally and quickly before we wrap up about accessibility. Again, accessibility is very important. It means that all of your visitors will be able to use and find the content on your website effectively, despite any kind of impairment, such as a visual impairment, whether they're using a screen reader or they could be using their keyboard only to navigate your website. And there are a number of things that need to be done to make sure the website is ready for those users to use that website effectively. The redesigned website, when we run the accessibility checker, gives us an all automated checks passed rating, so it's ready to go. 100% of all things are done and the site is ready for all of your users, whereas with your existing site there are a number of remaining accessibility issues that should be worked out. So just to keep that in mind, accessibility is 100% ready to go. Okay, I'm going to leave it there, guys. I really appreciate you taking the time to listen to me rant about this website redesign. Again, this is something I do in my spare time. I go through client websites and I just see if there's any improvements that can be made. Often using a new updated framework and using some of these new tricks and tools, we can get a much better site without much difficulty because we already have the content. So if this is something you're excited about and you want to get these updated changes on your existing website, all we have to do is basically schedule a window where we can do the migration and essentially copy these new features onto your existing website so that you keep all the content and all the things that you've been doing recently, but you get the new design and the new admin features. So just let me know what you think about that. If you're excited, if you're intrigued, if you're worried, if you're concerned or scared, just let me know how you're feeling and how you'd like to proceed with that. And I'm always here to help. So give me a shout. Look forward to hearing from you. Thanks for your time.